What's up, everybody? Here is my bold prediction of the week and also my weekly fantasy football rankings. It's week 6. These are my PPR ranks. Let's go. What's up, Couch fam? Feeling a little bit under the weather today, but didn't want to leave you without a quick video for week 6. Let's jump right into the rankings, starting with the quarterback. I think after Josh Allen, who has great upside, incredible floor, it's pretty wishy-washy. I could rank Patrick Mahomes as low as number 5 or 6. I can rank Lamar Jackson as high as number 2, as low as number 5. It really doesn't matter right here. But I would say this is kind of the elite tier, these top 5 names: Allen, Mahomes, Hurts, Kyler, and Lamar. And then we got Justin Herbert, who's a little like a half a tier below that. And then just a bunch of other names right here. Geno Smith is definitely a actual real quarterback. You can definitely start him this week. I actually like him. You know what? I like him more than Rodgers. Let's move him down one. And then we have like this other tier right here, starting with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, I am starting him in one league, and it's only because I have to. The difference between Trevor Lawrence, who I have as QB 11, and let's say like QB 20-ish, like the Carson Wentz to Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, Zach Wilson, like around there, makes no difference almost. I have no idea what's going to happen. Kirk Cousins, actually, yeah, we want to start him over Trevor Lawrence. This is a bad game, though, for Kirk Cousins. If Bridgewater and Tua are both out, which they are going to be out, it seems like, they won't need to throw the ball that much. The Vikings, I'm saying, because in the fourth quarter, the Vikings should have a pretty big lead. Still, you trust Kirk Cousins. You start him. We'll go ahead and put him at QB 10. Actually, I don't know why I had him that much lower. So, although I am starting Trevor Lawrence in that one league, I don't trust him. It's just like I'd rather start him over maybe some other players. It's the league where I don't know how I'm 3-2 in that league somehow, but I drafted Trey Lance as my only quarterback. Maybe a blessing in disguise. I passed up on Russell Wilson. It was a very dumb move at the time, to be honest, but I just felt like I had to go for the upside. And right now I could have been stuck with Russell Wilson and not added any quarterbacks, which would have been much worse. So yeah, even though I got Trevor Wilson at 12, don't fully trust him. Let's go down a little bit here just so you can see. I do expect PJ Walker to start. Sam Darnold is going to come back really soon, it seems like. Baker Mayfield is questionable, but I doubt he plays. A lot of teams playing tricks, playing games with us this year, playing with our emotions when it comes to the injury report. I think they're copying the New England Patriots, who've always done such things. Moving on to running backs, and this brings me to my sleeper bold prediction of the week. Sort of. Just before I started recording this video, like literally right before I hit record, I got news that Cam Akers was not seen at practice today. I am a certified Cam Akers hater. I get bullied a lot and a lot of hate comments directed my way for hating on Cam Akers. A lot of people deleting YouTube comments that said that Cam Akers would be good. You guys are freaking clowns, bro. Don't delete comments. Like, what are you doing? Like, nobody even knows you. It's okay. Like, no one's going to look you up. You're anonymous. You don't even have a profile pic. Anyway, screw this bold prediction. Like, the dude's not even practicing. I didn't have much faith. The bold prediction would have been that if you want to trade Cam Akers, this would have been your only shot. I do believe if he's healthy that he would score double-digit fantasy points, have his best performance of the year, and then you can trade him for 2 bags of peanuts after they play the Panthers. But now I'm not so sure if Cam Akers is going to play or not. Like, I have no clue what's going on here, by the way. Maybe it's a personal thing. Maybe he's just resting. I don't know. Maybe he's fully healthy. Maybe he's not going to play. But I did have an original bold prediction. So we're going to call a heavy audible. That's what I like to call this. We're calling a heavy audible here. I did have another bold prediction of the week brought to you by Sleeper ready to go, but I just thought people wouldn't like it because it was a kicker. So I'm going to go back to that one. We're going to do that one right now, and I have such a strong gut feeling about this one. Robbie Gould injured. He's questionable. Full participant in practice today. That today is Thursday, by the way. Going against the Falcons, I have a bold prediction that Robbie Gould is going to be a top 5 kicker this week. Let's go. Playing against the Falcons, the Niners will have a huge lead. They'll be the best defense, maybe the second best defense, maybe the third best defense. They'll destroy them. Lots of opportunities to kick extra points, lots of short fields for the offense to drive and settle for field goals in the fourth quarter. I love Robbie Gould. He really hasn't shown his eliteness the past 2 years, but this is a strong gut feeling. If you're in desperate need of a kicker, you're having kicker woes, this guy, I mean, he's been proven, right? He's one of the all-time best, and he's always available in just about every league. Like, this is the guy you want if you want that type of upside. Look, if you have Harrison Butker or better, just stay put. That's fine. Butker, McPherson, Bass, Gay, Suckup, Tucker. Stay put. But if you don't have one of those 6 elite kickers, consider go getting this Sleeper bold prediction of the week, brought to you by Sleeper, by the way. Let's just show that branding one more time. Oh, God, Cam Akers. Ooh, that's bad. Anyway, we're going back and forth. Let's go to the running backs. Jonathan Taylor, I expect him to be back this week. I'm going to temper expectations with CMC, but again, CMC, kind of like my QB rankings, he could be as high as number 2 easily and replace Chubb. I got him at number 6. He's going to purely get his fantasy points from the receptions. Don't know what's going on with the Panthers, but nothing good. Ramador Steve, as I call him, or Ramondre Stevenson, he's an absolute must start. We do expect Damian Harris to be out. Now, he is questionable, but he is a Patriot, and they lie a lot. Let's just be quite frank here. Good to see a couple of my predictions coming true last week. Gabe Davis went off. Alvin Kamara did something. Dalvin Cook won the beat the brain matchup. Very nice. Good to see Breece Hall coming alive. I have him rostered in 2 out of 3 leagues. Great to see that Ken Walker is relevant now. He is a must start. I have him kind of like a low end RB1, maybe more like a very high end RB2. He is a must start. Find a way to put him in your lineup. Congrats to you if you drafted him. As most people know, I really liked him, more so in Dynasty maybe, but I did have Rashad Penny as the most injury-prone player in all of fantasy football land, and he just broke his leg. That guy is often injured. Eno Benjamin has become a borderline must start. He's shaping up to be a really good start. Probably want to get him in your lineups. Look, if you're in an 8-team league or you're stacked and in a 10-team league with a lot of RB depth, I get it. Maybe you don't start Eno Benjamin. But other than that, put him in your lineup. This is going to be good. Connor is out. Darrell Williams seems more on the doubtful side of playing. So Eno Benjamin should be pretty good. Just temper expectations a little bit. Maybe he won't get a super high snap count, not that workhorse load, maybe not even 70% of snaps, but I do expect him to get well over half the snaps, and that's good enough in this type of matchup. Cardinals, Seahawks. Jeff Wilson is still a start for me. I do like him. Then after that, it's kind of hard to predict what's going on. Brian Robinson, I did recommend about, let me see, I got maybe like 3 Brian Robinson questions today that I've been busy, so I probably have more in my inbox. I can't read all the DMs and comments. But out of the 3 questions I got, I told 2 people to start him. It's risky, okay, but I do have some faith. He is going to make his first start today, and the Bears' run defense, not that good. I want to see what he can do. Super low floor, but the ceiling is there. Maybe he can give us like 16, 15 fantasy points, maybe even as high as 19. Floor is pretty bad. What that means is very risky start. He could only get us like 4 or 5 fantasy points, but I think he'll do well. I have him ranked as my RB 26, and I was going to move Cam Akers up, but with this new news, don't know what's going on there. Darrell Henderson could be a much better start. Henderson could be close to a must start if Cam Akers is out. All right, let's move on here. Wide receivers, I feel like I say this every week, but I do feel like Deebo Samuel could be the number 1 wide receiver this week. I do think the Falcons would not want to stop him. They don't want to tackle this guy. They don't want it. He should be good at doing what he does, and it's not just being a wideout. He plays pretty much every position. He plays tight end, slot, wideout, running back, and more positions. And he's really good at it, and nobody wants to tackle this guy. Justin Jefferson ceiling maybe a little bit capped, just because this could be a low-scoring game, or at least a low-scoring game for the Dolphins team. Jamar Chase could bounce back. I've been asked, is he a buy low candidate? And I'm going to firmly say yes right now. I am a stingy guy. That's just how I am when it comes to trades. So I would want a significant discount. I'm going to need at least 30% off this sticker price. But, if you want to pay 25% off and get him, I get it. For me, it's going to be 30% off. So I want to buy low on him. I just like to buy really, really low. I mean, this guy's not even a wide receiver 1 right now. And the hard part is, like, most people aren't trying to sell him. He's got a big name, a sexy name. Higgins is hurt. Burrow's been a little bit disappointing this year. So people aren't really trying to get rid of him. If you drafted Jamar Chase, you usually don't have a ton of great wide receiver depth because you had faith in this guy. He went in round 1. He went a little bit earlier than I thought he should be. And because of that, most of these fantasy managers don't have a contingency plan. So, unfortunately, I don't see it being that realistic to work out a trade with these Jamar Chase owners, but there's always a shot. Hollywood Brown is probably a better option to trade for right now. See, opposite of Jamar Chase, he actually is a wide receiver 1, and he will still hold some value when Hopkins is back. But fantasy managers may be panicking just a little, not a full blown out panic, but just a little bit worried. Like, look, man, Hopkins is coming back in about a week. Let me ship this guy. Who wants him? He's like wide receiver 5, wide receiver 6. You want to take him? They might be in that mode a little bit, in that zone. As far as Jamar Chase managers, they might not be. So you might be able to get Hollywood Brown for a little bit of a discount. Jamar Chase, I'm into the psychology. I just don't think a lot of people are interested in selling him for cheap, unfortunately. And that's exactly how if I had Chase, I'm going to be like, let me just hold him and write it out. Like, I'm not giving you Jamar Chase for cheap. Like, I'm not taking the automatic L there. And I'll just scroll down a little bit here. Mike Williams would get a boost if Keenan Allen would play. Right now, I'd say Keenan Allen is like 50-50. So let's move him down a spot. And remember that, what's his name? Skylar Thompson is slated to start this week for the Dolphins QB. So downgrade the Dolphins. Just downgrade the whole team. Gabe Davis, actually not a great start with McKenzie back, but great matchup. I mean, yeah, right around wide receiver 20 for me. Yeah, right around here for now. Let's move him up to wide receiver 19. Love this matchup. Game of the week, Bills, Chiefs. Going to tight ends. One of the craziest positions, hard to predict. Higbee is all of a sudden relevant. Not really even relevant. He's actually great. Kyle Pitts. This is more so about news and just getting lucky a lot of times with tight ends. Kyle Pitts, he was supposed to miss multiple games, but now all of a sudden he's expecting to play. A lot of players say that. J.K. Dobbins said that he wasn't ready week 1. He wasn't even ready week 2. So I expect Kyle Pitts to be out, but I'm just a dude making a YouTube video right now. So I don't know. It's just my guess. I think he's going to be out. He says he's going to play. It seems like he's above 50% chance he's going to play. I'm not really buying that story. And because Kyle Pitts has been such an embarrassment, I'm just going to move him down a few spots. Just so he won't be too far at the top, because it's just freaking embarrassing. Dalton Schultz, I want to keep an eye on for sure. Keep a close eye on him. All right, moving on. Defenses, I think we have a tier gap at the 5, maybe 6. Yeah, 5, 6 is pretty good. Skylar Thompson's supposed to start. So Vikings at number 6. Packers at number 5, Eagles number 4, Bucks number 3, Niners number 2, and Rams number 1. And I'm really liking the Rams and Niners D a lot. They are kind of tier 1. And as long as Skylar Thompson is starting, Vikings D is a good streaming option. And what's cool is a lot of leagues, you can get one of these top 6. If you don't, the rest is just basically playing roulette. Washington would be my best available defense at number 7. But the difference between Washington and the Chargers or Colts at 15, 16 is minimal. I don't know what's going to happen. We're probably going to see a very boring Thursday night football game between the Commanders and Bears. We'll see how that goes. And moving on to kickers, we already looked at this. Try to get one of these top 7 options here, the best you can. I'm actually going to put Crosby up one more here. So Crosby at 8 if you absolutely have to. Okay, I think he's a good kicker, low upside, pretty good floor though. I think he'll be really good against the Jets, so you can get him in most leagues. Harrison Butker is available in a lot of leagues because he was injured, full participant today. He is expected to play. So try to get one of these top 8 options. Tucker, Suckup, Gay, Bass, Gold, McPherson, Butker, and if not him, go get yourself a Mason Crosby. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you have bell notifications turned on. We also have a second YouTube channel called Fantasy Couch Podcast. Subscribe to that. And we go live after every Thursday night football game, right after Thursday night football. So we'll see you on the second channel. Good luck this week.